The place that I have chosen for my sense of place essay is Flagstaff, Arizona. I chose this place because it is what I call home. It's where I have some of my best memories, like camping out with my family, meeting new people, and experiencing the beauty of nature. It's a peaceful place, and I believe it helped shape me into who I am today. The sights that can be seen here depends on the time of year. In the winter, everything is covered in bright white snow. It's so bright that if you look too long, your eyes will hurt. When the weather is nicer, you can see the beautiful sea of green in every direction. Pine trees all different shades of green and yellow, and the different heights each tree is. They're all unique in their own way. If you're walking on the trails, the smell of fresh pine just hits you like a wave. And when there's wind, you can hear the trees brushing against each other. When I would walk to school, and if it was quiet enough, I could hear the birds chirping as I walked by. When I think about the taste of Flagstaff, the first thing that comes to mind is hot chocolate. The town always seemed cold, and the warm cup of sweet hot chocolate with tiny soft marshmallows was my favorite way to stay comfortable. The warm, sweet taste always takes me back to the winter mornings in Flagstaff when I would watch the snow fall from my window. If someone were to visit, the first thing I would want them to notice is the beautiful nature all around. The tall pine trees, which are very hard to miss. I believe they give Flagstaff that fresh, peaceful atmosphere. I would want them to see the squirrels running from tree to tree, the deer with their babies eating grass on the sides of the roads, or the big mountain that always seems to have snow. But beyond the beauty of nature, I would also want people to notice how the town feels. Flagstaff has this welcoming warmth. The sense of community is what makes Flagstaff beautiful and peaceful to live in. My first experience in Flagstaff wasn't the best. We had just moved there and it was already dark when we arrived. We left everything in the trucks because we had planned to unpack in the morning. When we were about to enter our new apartment, the cops showed up right next to us with their red and blue flashing lights that hurt your eyes. They were chasing a man who had been stealing from the donation bins from across the street. I remember feeling scared as the cops ran after the man. But now as I look back to that memory, I laugh because with everything happening at once, one of the cops forgot to put his car in park, and the car started rolling away down the hill. One of my happiest memories I have that is significant to me would have to be the first time I ever saw snow. Before moving to Flagstaff, I had only seen snow in movies, and it would look so sparkly and soft. What the movies didn't show was just how cold snow actually was. The first time I saw snow falling, I tried to catch a snowflake before they would disappear into my hand. When I finally caught one, I couldn't believe how the design looked. It looked as if someone took the time to make the patterns just right. The snowflake didn't last long, but it lasted just enough for me to see its beauty. My hands would turn red and numb and started to feel like stars. I could barely feel my face or feet. That day school was canceled because the roads were buried in thick layers of snow. But I didn't care. I was happy. The longer I stood outside, the less I noticed how cold I was. Everything looked so perfect, like a painting. The snow was untouched and looked so soft. It made me wonder how tiny specks of snow can make giant blankets of snow. Seeing snow for the first time made me happy because it was something I never experienced before and something I never expected I would experience. It felt unreal, and I thought nothing that beautiful could be real. That memory made an impact on me because it taught me how important it is to actually stop and appreciate the beauty around me. It reminds me to slow down and find good and joy in the little things and moments.